Happy Wednesday. How's everyone doing? Happy Thursday. Man, my days are messed up. Happy Thursday. How's everyone doing? What's going on?
We're doing amazing. How are you?
That's good. Good. See team Peterson Jackson in, Terry's in, Elias in. Think I'm waiting for one more before we get started. We're gonna get it popping today, y'all. Although it's not just EXP folks in here, we do have EXP Con next week, so that's gonna be an exciting time.
Yes, I'm excited.
Good morning, everybody. How we doing? My favorite two people from Detroit. How you doing?
Hey, Elias.
What's happening? Benny,
Can't
thanks for
wait to
having us.
Yes,
can't
sir.
wait
Good
to
to see
see
you
you
Thank
as
next
you.
week.
well. So I'll see you next week, right?
Yes.
Awesome. Awesome.
Cool. I thought I saw Kenny come in.
Morning.
Hey, Kenny, what's going on? All right, let me get things situated on my end. Yes, thank you all for taking the time to make this happen. This is normally on the fourth Thursday of the month, but because we have EXPCon, we're doing it this week. Let's kick this thing off. So I'll start off with you introducing yourself, where you're located, and your team or organization, if you'd rather speak on that. LaShawn and Tawana, go first.
I am I am LaShawn Peterson of Team Peterson Jackson. We are located in Metro Detroit. And
I am Tawana Jackson of Team Peterson Jackson. LaShawn and I have been in business since 2016 and 17. And we have transferred from a domestic team to a standard team in into 2022, mid 2022. Currently, we have about 80 people on our team. It's Detroit and Houston, and Indiana and Dallas. um, so I'm enjoying being a team leader.
I love it. I love it. I feel like this is what I was meant to do with my life. It's-
Great. Thank you. Terry, what's up? Ain't seen you in a while.
Hey, good day, Benny. Thank you. Thank you for hosting this. I'm excited to be here. Terry Marie Gleaton. I'm uh, been in the business for about 21 years. I'm based out of Metro Atlanta, just a little south of Atlanta, in a small town called Stockbridge, Georgia. I've been with EXP since 2017. I have I'm a beta influencer with EXP, so I have a pretty good size revenue share organization called the Wealthy Group that I'm super proud of. But at the beginning of 2025, I launched a standard team with my business partner Chantrell Cofield, and within 4 months, we were able to grow to a mega team here at EXP. So we have about 25 agents on our mega team, and we're pumping right along. I'm super excited to be here. We're based again mainly in Metro Atlanta, but on the mega team, we're covering that Southeast corridor. So we're in North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida, Georgia, Tennessee, Alabama, and looking to move into Mississippi and Louisiana. So I'm excited. Thank you.
Thank you. Kenny.
Kenny Chung here in the Bay Area. Work with team hashtag Team Fast, my business partner Elias. I've been in business 17 years, currently running a team of about 215 agents. Um, I don't know how to do anything else, so I'm kind of just stuck here doing team building. Okay.
Thank you. Before I get to you, Elias, I want to say that you inspired me to really amp the product. Well, not you, not just you, that mastermind. Tell me if I'm right. You had a mastermind last year at EXPCon, right?
Yeah, I did. I did.
Yep. I attended that one. It actually got me to get my team on track. I want to say Kenny was up there too.
No, he wasn't.
He
I
wasn't.
think it
Okay,
was five different leaders from across the country.
I got you. Okay, Elias, tell us about you.
Yeah, you guys, Elias Studo, Director of Sales and Coaching for Fast Real Estate, brokered by EXP here in beautiful California, the Bay Area. Kenny and I have been business partners at EXP since January of 2020, but we actually worked together for about 2 years prior to that. So it's not common to see leaders in this industry together for this long. There's 4 senior leaders in our company. We've been together now for years, and we run very lean and very nimble. But yeah, excited to be here. I don't know anything else that I would do in this industry other than coach, train, develop agents. This is my core focus. This is my calling. I'm on my crusade right now, and it feels really, really good to be walking in my purpose. So excited to be here and to share, and we're open books today.
Cool. Thank you. And again, thank you all. So let's kick this thing off, starting with the ladies, LaShawn and Tawana. If you were building a team from scratch today, what's the first position or personality that you'd add?
The first position that I would add would be a sales manager. Because everything revolves around sales. You have to have a strong sales team to be able to support the rest of the business. Because if you're not selling real estate, what else are you doing? So I would definitely start with a sales manager over and above anything else.
I would start with a strong admin. Someone to take
Admin.
care of that paperwork. Oh yeah, definitely. I'm just so blessed that mine kind of was coming off maternity leave, and she's been with us for 3 years now and help us build our ops and the rest of the team. So yeah, I really invest into finding a good admin, because LaShawn and I can burn and churn them, but our core admin, she's been here the longest with us. So
She's a mini Tawana, that's why. That's
Thank
why
you.
she couldn't make it without her, because
yeah.
I see we got a shout out for somebody's hair.
That's you,
Like-
Latasha. That's you, Latasha.
Cool. Terry, if you were building a team from scratch today, what's the first position or personality type that you would hire?
I would agree with Tawana. It would definitely be an administrator. The whole core of the Closing Gurus, my mega team, is accountability, and we leverage Sisu heavily for that. And so we're very, very intentional in that space. What's not measured can't grow. So right off the bat, I need an accountability manager to help me put those systems in place. I didn't start with that position. So I had some bumps and bruises along the way, but we quickly brought that person on. And I believe that was pivotal in us going in 4 short months from a standard team to a mega team.
For anyone that isn't aware of what Sisu is, can you explain a little bit more about that and how you use it, just briefly?
Sure. I use Sisu is an accountability software tracking. It's a full business in a box for brokerages and teams and even individuals, because you're able to measure your phone calls, your text messages, your emails, your goals, your return on investment, your transactions. I mean, it is very encompassing of all things real estate when you're running a brokerage or a team. So I'm not a tech person. I'm more of a very high check, low tech type of person. So having an administrative person is key to that success plan, right? Because if it was relying on me, we wouldn't get too far. And a lot of leaders, a lot of business owners, they don't focus on growing the business. They may focus on their own production, but it squashes the productivity of the entire organization when you don't have that strong person in place.
Got you. Thank you. Kenny, in today's world, and you're building a team from scratch, what's the first
I
position?
was say the same thing with the admin, just because you want to build out your kind of your processes. You don't want to figure it out as you go, because it's just going to slow you down. If you overbuild your processes and you're extra organized in the tools and you have the accountability, you can plug people in much faster without slowing down what you're doing day to day for that. So I've even in my second year of being a realtor, this was like 16 years ago, I hired a VA, and after that I hired an assistant, and then later on my assistant became my buyer's agents, but then they plugged into what was already existing. So just being very organized will help you scale a lot faster later without headaches. And then after that, it would be probably sales director or manager.
What was the difference in duties between the VA and the assistant?
The VA would the VA would do kind of boring, repetitive tasks. They're extra reliable. You can count on them for working for you full time ish from like 8 to 3 every day. Everything you need done, they can work off that. and as a local assistant, it's really difficult to find people who are very, especially now even more than ever, but it's hard to find really qualified people that want to stick to what they're doing without leveling up. Because if you have a good assistant, they're going to want more money and then more. They see the opportunities flying through, to see the checks. They're going to keep wanting to level up. They want to be a buyer's agent. They want to be a listing agent, and so on. But you could totally hire a high level at like executive assistant or a director. But in the Bay Area, you're looking at least 6 figures, and then that role is actually pretty hard to fill from everyone I've talked to, because then you want someone that has real estate experience, like working with clients, so you're not training them from scratch, but then you also don't want someone that doesn't want to get into the real estate, like the client side. So a lot of people are going to be like maybe stay-at-home moms or agents that more want to retire off like the daily grind, but that's a pretty small niche to fill in the market. And then you need that personality to also match your team.
Gotcha. Before I jump to you, Elias, LaShawn and Tawana, I saw you put that you have 3 VAs. What are their roles?
Two of them, they are part of the transaction team. So all they do is process the transaction documents, put up listings. They check the buyer, all the PAs and everything for accuracy. And they also post our listings to different websites, and they run our Facebook page, Taylor Peterson Jackson. They also put all our deals and things into they put them into Follow Up Boss for us. So anything that's repetitive, that's data entry, they do. And the third one is like our marketing coordinator. He does all of our flyers, all of our videos, and anything that has to do with marketing, he does that for us.
And then we also will from time to time hire just a virtual assistant to do a project. If we have like something that we want special done for our Follow-Up Boss, for instance, we'll put a different smart list together or work with lead flow and things like that, more on the technical side. So we don't have to spend time ourselves learning those skills and trying to develop. And I'm not an IT person. Deshaun used to be, so I'm definitely not. So
we have 2 admins, and so the BAs work directly with them, and then we have an operations manager who supervises them. So we do have human staff. So I think we have a staff of 8 now. So as we grow, so does the staff.
Perfect. Elias, if I guess, is that the same answer, an admin person?
Yeah, I would think
Do you have
somebody to build out your onboarding process. Because if the vision is for you to build something, you went from a singular thought process. Now I want to do something universal to bring people in and build a team, right? That's a vision. Well, we have to make sure that we understand what we need in order for the agents to have a good experience. So you want to build to where you're going. I don't care if it's 5 people or 500 people, we have to build to where you're going. So having that onboarding person, that admin person to build that out, yeah, that's essential. So I agree.
Perfect. So since you went that route, I'm going to stick with you. How do you attract the right people, not just the skilled ones?
So I think, we'll have probably a different approach to this. We have attracted most of the people in our environment from 2 sources: social media, right? We've created a buzz about who we are in the Bay Area. And the second part, when you create an environment where people are healthy and they're in a good relationship, they're going to tell other people about that. So most of our referrals come from agents that are already on the team that are referring people. And then when agents go solo, they actually still refer people to the team because they know the tools, the resources, the support, the coaching they'll get. And so we never know. Right? You can have somebody show up on an interview and they do really good and they spoke very, they articulate well, and then they don't produce. So we don't know. We can just go based off of the vibe, the energy, what they have to say, and we're going to give that person a chance. And some people will make it and some people will not. We always challenge somebody when we have an interview with, you have to send me a video and you have to answer these 2 questions. First question, why Team Fast is a good fit for you? Second question is, what can we expect from you as an agent in our environment? If I don't get that video, they won't even get onboarded. And so we give most people a chance, and some people make it and some people don't. So social media and agent to agent referral, that's been how we've grown. And we've created a really, really, we've created a lot of FOMO from other teams and other companies in our industry, in our area.
That's what I was going to say. It's really a fear of missing out with that, because it's like, I want to be a part of that.
Yeah.
I got a question,
Yeah.
Benny. What were those 2 questions that you asked again?
Yeah. So why Team Fast or whatever team you are is a good fit for you? And what can we expect from you as an agent in our environment? And make them like test them. Get yourself on camera. Doesn't have to be edited. Sit there and send that to me, and it will show you how serious they are.
I like that. Anyone else need that repeated, or you got it? Too Fast is his team. So in case that went over your head, that's the team that he's referring to. So he's just saying plug in your team there.
Yeah.
Terry, how do you attract the right people? You're an attraction magnet.
When I set out to build this team, a lot of people came from my own downline, right? That were already here with EXP. When Chantrell and I let them know we were starting a team, several people reached out and just said, "Hey, I want to be a part of that." So that was kind of where we started. But I want to back up with the administrative side, getting those folks. My lead administrator, or rather senior administrator, is my ISA. He's actually been with my organization for about 5 years. And so he has been instrumental in helping me find the staffing that I need. He's been a big part of training and making sure that the rest of his team is equipped to service the agents on our team, because we look at ourselves as a business, and the closing gurus, we're here to serve the agents that trust us, right? We want to make an impact on their life, an impact on their career, because they're not going to stay with a team forever, but we want to make sure as the team leaders that we leave an impact with them beyond our team, right? So I just want to make the point that you've got to build people, and people build businesses. So that was a huge part of it. Now, attracting agents to join, our administrative team, they're posting on social media, so that's cool. But a lot of folks, they're looking for support. They're looking for a community, and a lot of the structure that you have within EXP alone is super supportive. Whether you have a team or even if you're just building a downline, there's so much support there. But when you start getting on the team level, where you are convincing people to share their commissions with you and trust you in that space, you got to be able to bring it. And so reputation of being multiple icons, myself a 4-time icon, Chantrell a 2-time icon, big producer, people want to be connected to that. They want to be close to the fire. They want to be where it's hot. So just knowing that we're coaching them and we're sharing our strategies with them, our systems with them, our resources with them, that brings the right type of people. It really does. And then I like how uh, Adonis was, I'm sorry, yeah, he mentioned
Elias.
Elias. Okay, right. He had those defining questions, because we have some questions as well that we ask prior to them doing what we do as a private preview once a week, right? Because we get people interested every day of the week that want to know about our organization, but our time can't be monopolized just, with talking with people that I have a question, I want to know this. So we just do a once a week preview. But prior to getting scheduled for that preview, we have a assessment that they take, so we know who we're meeting with, right? So they take that assessment, and that's what puts them on that Zoom. And I absolutely love it, because we're able to learn so much about the agent's goals, what they're looking for, what are their long-term plans, what are their experience levels, because we have so many specific lead pillars in our business. So, yeah.
Thank you, Terry. LaShawn and Tawana, how do you attract the right people?
Well,
That-
one thing that's different about us is that we get referrals for agents, like people refer you business for your real estate business. So a lot of moms, aunties, past clients, they refer their family and friends that become realtors to us. So we don't have to do much advertising for or attracting, because they show up at our doorstep through people from past clients and from our sphere of influence.
Yes. How do I attract the right person? I put out the right message. So I definitely think about when I'm posting and I say we're hiring or things like that, I'll have videos done. Primarily the hiring videos that I put out are from my VA because I figure I'm paying him 40 hours. He should do something for me. So I have him do videos for me, but it's not the way we get the clients. People look at it and say, oh, you're hiring, and they call us in. I mean, not clients, but agents. But the way that we get our agents is that old fashioned, hey, I think you need to meet these ladies. And we attract the right person because we show up as the right leaders.
Right.
You know, people they want to be, like Terry said, they want to be in the fire. They want to be around what's hot, but they also want to be with somebody that care, that's compassionate, and that's not just there for $1 or a split.
Right.
And I think they can actually see that from me and LaShawn, and we walk that way, that we are only here to be servant leaders.
Right. We are 5-time icons, and we had a very successful business on our own. You know, our community, our spirit, they watched us grow, they watched us become. So they believe in everything that we are putting forward, you know, so they know that if they send their son, their daughter, their cousin to us, they know that we are going to make them the best possible realtors that they could be. You know, they know that we're going to give them everything. So yeah, so that is
clean them up. That's what they say. Go over there to Tawana and LaShawn so she can polish it. They can polish you up real quick.
Right.
I can attest to that with you guys, Brandon, and I got to commend you on that. Your branding is very consistent and it looks welcoming for someone to want to reach out. And you can tell that they want to work with you.
And I don't know anyone that has, I mean, even besides the knowledge and education, I mean, I would be hard pressed to find anyone on our caliber of a team that has the systems and the tools that we have. Like, we are very high tech with it, and we continue to add things to, you know, enhance our agent's business, so they can go anywhere and be able, when they become solo, they should be able to, if they choose to, they should be able to run a viable business on their own and a high-tech business, because we gave it all to them. Like, we spare no expense when it comes to giving our agents the best of the best technology tools and systems. So
Gotcha. Thank you. Kenny, anything to add on how you attract?
Yeah, the social media, if you guys like give us a follow at the Fast Agents, like a lot of times when people find us, they really have a full understanding of who we are prior to our meeting, because there's every single team meeting we've had for the last 6 years is on YouTube. Elias's years of coaching call is on his YouTube, on our team channel, our team page. And we document every single lunch, every event, every dinner that we have. So when we meet people, we have over 80% closing rate. So you want to like the interview, it's kind of like a seller doing the research on you. So like instead of you pitching to them, they already know everything there is to know about you before they meet. And networking, and then I would say 90%, just in the last 2 months, probably 80-90% of the people we've met now were worthy co-sponsors. So now it's really cool being out there, going to EastPCon next week, going to these big events, these rallies, getting our face out there. We had recommendations from agents from all the way from like San Diego and San Antonio and Phoenix in the last month to our team, and someone that says downline. So other agents other EastP agents has been a huge recent referral source for us.
Thank you.
Benny, I want to piggyback off of what Kenny just said. The last 6 agents, I believe, that joined our team were co-sponsored from other agents within EXP. So when you've achieved a mega team status, you know, it kind of sends a message that this is a safe place to recruit to, right? So other agents that are building their organization, they leverage us as team leaders as a way for a safe place for their agents to land softly and get the support and systems, because otherwise they may not have any production. You know, statistically speaking, the average real estate agent only closed 1 deal in the last 6 months. But that's not the case of agents that are a part of mega teams. You know, they're producing, they hit the ground running, they have a game plan. We have a 90-day probationary period where they have to close 3 deals in their first 90 days. They got to go. But we do, you know, we have extended that for certain circumstances. But the point I'm making is, EXP is a family, and I love that my fellow colleagues around the country trust me, and I'm sure the other team leaders on the call would say the same. That uh, we're partners in this. You know, as owners of EXP, all of us in that space, we should all be building each other and leveraging each other's teams across the country to grow your own rev share. It's an amazing way for you to attract agents to EXP Realty, no matter where they are in the world, and connect them with amazing team leaders that will take good care of your downline. So I just wanted to share that.
Oh, thank you. So, Elias, I love that vetting process, the video with the 2 questions. Love that. So, that agent is ready. What should someone look for when deciding which team to join? What should they look for in the team? Oh, before you answer, so we're
Yeah.
just so everyone know we're shifting it. We're going, instead of becoming from team leaders, we're going to now for anybody that's interested in joining teams. Go ahead.
So let me ask the question again. So I want to make sure I give the right answer.
What should someone look for when deciding which team to work under or work with?
Yeah, I personally think visibility. Show me examples of how visible your team is. Show me examples of how relevant your team is. And show me examples of ways that you've helped other agents in your environment build a brand that is theirs, right? Like as leaders, the best thing that we can do is show somebody a way for them to build something that has no identity to us. So if they choose to go somewhere and build something else, they haven't just built your identity, they've built their own. And so I would encourage agents to say, listen, show me how you've helped someone else build their own personal brand inside of your environment, right? Show me how visible you are. Show me how you've helped them create their own brand. Like I want to see examples of that. And I think an agent should be able to be shown that. Also, show me the examples of leads or how you're going to help me build my business. Is it Sphere? Is it Zillow? Give me an example of what I can expect. And then lastly, what does that sales training look like to help me get there? And then obviously all the tools and tech, those are important, but I think a company should be able to show an agent how they've been able to help others succeed in their environment. Examples.
Yes, sir. Kenny, what should someone look for if they're wanting to join the team?
I mean, proximity, location, what the culture is like, the really like how we lead. We have 3 out of the last 4 years for California Association of Realtors. They have a Rising Star Award, which is essentially the Rookie of the Year award. We've had agents, multiple agents on there. So an agent coming in that says, "How do you build new agents?" Like literally, look, we have a bunch of top producing agents in the first year doing 10, 20 deals in the Bay Area. So rather than trying to go over, I mean, it's important to do that. This is our training, this is our workshop, this is our lead. Like, well, these are examples of agents who's done well. And most of our top agents are very prevalent on social media. So like a lot of times my meeting is just like showing them, hey, this is how this person built their business. This is what they do. They all do something that's a little bit different. And we're not a traditional brokerage, whether it's like, the red company or green company or a black company, or we don't just use a single way of doing it. We have a really vast playbook, and they see me traveling all the time across, so I can explain like, hey, these are ideas we've taken that I don't execute, but this is when this person does well, and so on. So you can build your business however you want to build here, and we have multiple examples of different agents doing it completely different.
Great, thank you, LaShawn and Tawana. An agent looking to join the team. What should they be looking for?
I think if an agent is looking to join a team, they should be looking for someone who's successful. You would be surprised how many agents that I have talked to that are on teams with team leaders who sell less than them and have businesses that are less than theirs. I never have understood that. Why would you want to go somewhere to follow someone who hasn't walked a mile and a half in the shoes that you own? So definitely get some references. Definitely get some. Ask them. Show me someone like Elias said. Who have you helped do what I want done? It's okay to ask people questions. Just don't sit there and listen to them, because I have been scammed. I done went on some dates with some bold people because I done listened to it and didn't do the research behind it. So research it. Make sure that they're really they're really standing on what they say they are, and they really have what they say they have. If they say they have meetings, go to a meeting. Go to one.
So what I'm hearing you say is don't get catfished. Is that what I'm
Right.
hearing you say?
Research those team numbers. Look up the numbers. Research the agents on the team. Follow them on social media. Look at the agent's social media. Look up the agent's numbers. Is that team going to help you get where you need to be?
Yeah,
So,
use
like
a
Juana said,
Corded. ESP has
in
a
our
partnership with
area,
Corded, so you can just look up people's stats really easily.
yes. Catfishing is big in our area, so definitely you want to make sure that you are following people who have walked the walk, like Tawana said, that can give you what you need. So definitely research, do your research.
I'm really glad, and I know Terry's going to chime in right now. I'm really glad that we're talking about this because people confront. They could say all these things, but like, show me. When you talk about energy and culture and vibe and what that means as a community, give them a seat at the table, right? If I can have somebody come to a coaching session before we do our actual recruiting appointment, now they got to experience it. I'm not trying to tell them, oh, it's going to feel this way. You felt it, you got an experience. Tell me what that experience was like for you. Like, allow what you do in your environment to speak for what it's going to be like for the other people. And then you get the agents talking about what they're doing and their experiences. There's no better way to show off what you do than giving someone a seat at the table.
So you guys use the word catfish, but like I use the word guinea pig a lot. So I tell people like, hey, this person is a top productive agent for sure. But then now starting out their team, they probably don't have all the infrastructure, and I think it could be a good place to land for you to maybe get some leads here and there. But they're not very organized. If you want to be on the ground level, building something cool, I support that. But you want something organized, and you want your business, you want to get business ASAP. You want to be like get going. Then we're proven. But like so, like depends on how you work. I try not to bad talk other agents. I just ask a lot of questions, but doubt in their mind. Like, is this something is this a path you want to take, and how do you think it'll work out for you? And try that. If it doesn't work, we're always here for you. And we actually get a lot of people that come back or come there.
Thank you. Terry, before you answer, your first 90 days, like you said, they got to go. I'm asking for the agents that are with you. If they stop contributing to the team, whether that be production or whatever the case may be, do you keep them around?
If they're not contributing in production,
Any type of contribution, like they're just not showing up however they were expected to.
no, I definitely release them because I feel like I'm failing as a team leader. If somebody is just sitting kind of on the roster just to be here, that doesn't really work. Being on a team means we're all in this together, and as the team leader, my job is to be a leader and pour those resources and help people change their business, change their mindset, build something for the future. Their job is to produce, right? That's the whole game plan there. And if someone isn't producing, it's just not a good fit. It's not a good environment for them. And just like plants, some plants, they're in the sun, they got to be in the sunlight, and some have to be in the shade. And so we're very big on accountability, technology, and systems. And if somebody doesn't thrive in that space, it's okay. We're not a gang, so they can offboard and I'm still going to love them. But I need people that are fully tied in, to our systems. But if you're somebody looking right now for a team, I would say, of course, everything that all my colleagues have said, I love those. But I would also say, look for leaders who care about your growth as a person. The production does matter. Don't get me wrong, but team leaders, we have bills to pay. But you want somebody that cares about your mindset, that's going to help you build your confidence with the brand, all those things that matter. We want to be able to create an exclusive experience, through our masterminds, our retreats, our trainings, the in person, all of those things. But I believe most agents look for leads. I'm just hoping for some leads and some support. But the big question they rarely ask is, will this team teach me to build a business that I can own? Right? Something that I can scale. And so those are the things that, in a nutshell, that I would look for right now. If I'm out here saying, you know what, 2026 is my year. I'm willing to do something different than I've never done before. I'm willing to pour into my business in a way that I never have before, and I'm going to do something different because I want different results. I'm going to go out here and join a team. I would definitely look at the leadership. Now, you want to be cautious of just looking at leadership production, and just hear me out, okay? Um, I stepped away from production for the last 4 years to focus on building my rev share group, building my downline, building my organization. So my focus has been leadership, not production. And I've done all the big production in the past. I did 1 year where I did 78 closings in 1 year all by myself as a solo agent. I'm not trying to do that anymore. I'm in a place in my life where real estate has blessed me beyond measure. A lot of you all know my story. I was a foster kid. I grew up from very humble beginnings. I never thought that I would be a 7-figure earner when I was a kid. Never. I was homeless at times. But I will tell you, real estate has given me more than anything that I ever could have imagined. This industry allows you to recreate yourself, to build yourself from scratch. So I feel it is my utmost gift and obligation to share what I've learned and how I've built with other agents to achieve. And when you help enough people, you help yourself.
I agree.
Terry, I just want
A
to
lot.
say, Terry, that anyone who meets you, they will never ask you about your production plans, because you just, I mean, when you can just tell by your energy and aura, baby, that you're legit.
They can Google
3,000.
you, Terry. They can Google you.
Yeah, Google me, y'all.
No
You
one
always
will
say
ever
boss energy.
research your production, ma'am.
No,
Elias, you got your hand
hold on.
raised.
I learned this last week, and let's all do this together. If you got your camera on, it is very simple. It is yes, queen. Okay, with these two fingers here. Okay, I just learned that. So you go ahead, Terry.
Learn that.
You go ahead. But you know what I learned over the last few years? And listen, if anyone wants to question whether or not I sell homes, I do not. But I can help you sell a ton of homes, and I can help you build a successful business. And I've been in sales since I was 18 years old, and I'm 46 years old. So I know a thing or two when it comes about business and building. But what I believe is most important, especially in the era that we're in right now, we could have all the tools, we could have all the resources, we could have all of the tech. But if you can't impact the human, if you can't help them become a better human, identify who they are, who they need to become in order to have success and be able to experience wealth at a different level, then all we're doing is pushing KPIs, stats, and figures and metrics down people's throat. People will be tuned out of that. But when you can impact the human, then you can get that person to move the money in your business. And so that's the approach that I take in coaching. Can I connect with this person on a human level? Can I get to their emotions? Can I get to their psyche? And if so, then I could get the agent in them to produce. You see, real estate is just a part of who we are. It is not it's something that we do. It's just not who we are. It's not who we are defined as. And oftentimes we take a different approach of let me KPI stats and figures. Connect with the human. And if you could reach that person, I promise you the production will follow if this is something that they truly want to do and they're aligned with this. And so I appreciate everything you're saying, Terry. Good stuff, you guys.
Yeah, and one more thing I want to point out, because the production thing of team leaders and broker owners, especially independent broker owners, that's a scary place, because a lot of times those people are competing with their team leader, or their team leader is competing with them. I have had many of agents to join me here at EXP because they were a part of independent brokers, where the broker was so busy being the superstar and the mega producer that they didn't really bring any value to the agent, right? No opportunity. And Kenny, I'm pretty sure out there in your market, you've seen it. You've seen agents are hurting when they're in that space. They feel like they can't compete. There's no space for them at the table because the broker or that team leader gets all the shine, all the glory. And that there's a huge imbalance in our industry when that's happening. And I'd love to hear your feedback, Kenny, with your organization being so
yeah, like a lot of it. But so do you guys have side real estate in your markets, the white label brokerage? So in our area, there's a company cited like top 10 in the US, I think now, but they help top agents kind of build a brokerage in the box model. So a lot of them, they just want to be around the community and culture. For me, I was the number one agent in Oakland for like a good decade for units, and then I was able to build it around me because I would in my top year I did like 88 transactions because every single deal I did I bring a partner in. So like opposite of what you said, because I'm not competing now. I'm literally looking for people to collaborate with me and work with me. And then as they mature their business, they do solo deals under my wing, and then I get paid a proportion. That's how essentially this team grew. So yeah, you could totally be a competing productive broker, but that's pretty rare. The majority of the big box franchises and the stuff, the brokers do not produce. So it's rare to see a producing broker owner, but team leaders, yeah, but they usually partner up and then the big ones by mega team status, most of the 3 or 4 mega teams I know, they're all actually all but one are in my network. They all don't really produce that much anymore.
So just to be clear, when you're researching a team's production, it is not a personal production that you should be looking at. So just to clear that up, when I'm talking about production, I'm talking about join a team that's closing some deals, baby. Don't close, don't join a team and they say, yeah, we closed 10 last year's 10 of us on the team. What are we doing here? Okay. So when you're researching team production, research the team's production. Thank you.
I'll wait.
That's why like you're doing the social media where you're highlight like we started doing the top 10 things again, and actually it was a big hit because I saw it in Ontario real estate locally. There's a big brokers locally. They feature their top 150 agents every quarter. If your brokers has 400 agents being top 150, I mean, if you're selling anything, you're gonna be on it. But I see people reposting it, tagging themselves, highlighting. I was like, okay, we gotta get back to that. And then I see many successful teams highlighting, successful agents had a really amazing week, amazing month, or here, yeah, like so they keep showcasing the wins. It also helps with not only retention but recruiting because people, I see that their friends successful, they want to be part of that. And also when you're highlighting the successful agents, the consumers also see that they're a success, which gets them more business.
Yeah, and sorry for interrupting you, LaShawn. I think for us, we do a little bit of so we're now featuring like top 10, but our page is more for agents to see and say, oh, we want to be a part of that. So we don't talk about just listed, just sold, coming soon. You won't see a single one of those on our page at all. There's not a single one of those. And so when people go to the page, they're like, wow, they really express the different humans that are in the environment. And so it's eclectic on purpose. And I love now that the grid shows 4 on each line, but you can see here, it's like, it's just about the fun that we have. It's like who we are as people. I'm like, oh, I'm like her, right? Like I look like her. No, I'm more like him. So it's like we want to feature all of them so people can say, you know what? That's a person that's like me. That's how we've attracted at a high level. So we don't have anything about just sold, just listed, coming soon, pending. It's all about them. And so when people see this agency, that's like, oh, wow, I could relate to these people here. I could relate to them and how they show up because that's like me. Right. And so we've leaned heavily into telling the agent story versus all of our production side. And it's worked.
Like giving me so many good jewels. If we don't have time for me to tell you one thing that we do that we got from you today, I'm gonna tell you at EXPCon.
All right. And yeah, they did. They just updated on when you look at it from the computer, from your when you log in from a computer, now you see 4 instead of 3. I don't know when that happened, but it's new. Anyways, back to you, Benny.
No, that was beautiful. Like I said, that's one thing that attracted me to you. I find myself in the way you present yourself, very straightforward, the t-shirts and all that. So no, I like the things you do. So definitely you're hitting those points. But since I have you
since we're dropping little nuggets, wait till you see my t-shirt at EXPCon, custom made.
Be on the lookout. All right. So since I have you to stay on, so how do you know when it's time to branch out and start a team of your own? And you can answer that from if that's agents within your team, or when that was you, if you were a part of a team and then you branched out.
If your vision is so strong and so vivid that you truly want to help other people build, and now you take it from just being the singular thought process, I'm doing all the production, to say, you know what? I think I need some leverage. I think I want to help somebody else build that. Like if that's something that is calling you, then yeah, go build a team. If you just simply want a little bit of leverage and you don't want to help everybody else build, that's cool. Then get some showing agents, right? Have them go do your showings and get some leverage. But if the true vision for your impact is to help others and to spread this universal gospel, then go build yourself a team. But if you just want a little bit of leverage, you need to evaluate that. Maybe that leverage is two showing agents to give you back more time so you can go and sit at listing tables and high profile deals. Then do that, right? So, and you got to understand that as a team leader, there's a lot of stuff that you don't see that you have to do. It is hard work leading people. It is hard work leading humans. It is hard keeping them engaged, keeping them excited, keeping them in flow. It's very, very hard. And if you are not a good leader, don't become a team member. Or I mean a team leader. If you don't feel like you have good leadership skills, don't even take on the reign. Don't. Just have leverage.
Right. And I think that teams are built out of abundance. As you yourself as a solo agent, you have to have an abundance of knowledge. You have to have an abundance of time, and you have to have an abundance of leads. You have to have abundance in your life. You cannot start a team if you're lacking in any of those areas, because it's not going to work for you.
An abundance of money.
And an abundance of money. Wait a minute. Being a team leader is not for the broke. I'm just saying, it's not for the poor. It's not for the poor. And you got to have a good platinum American Express card. You got to have that heavy boy, because it's not cheap. You can't do it for the cheap.
Like it. Was that y'all answer to the question?
That's my answer. I don't know if that's Tawana's.
I would say when you're deciding what's that next step, it may not be to have a team. I think when I first looked into, like, okay, you become an agent, and then you become a broker, then you own a brokerage, it was like steps. And so what Elias said is you don't have to go into the team model. You could just have a few showing agents, a couple buyer agents, and still leverage the business. For me, I did not want a team at all. And I started the business Team Peterson Jackson when I was just a solo agent and did not have a team. I didn't want I didn't want the people around me. I got to the point that I didn't have a choice, because we had an abundance of leads and I was dropping and losing them. And people like, well, I tried to call you. Can you get me somebody else? It was just so much that we had no choice, I think.
And we were running our downline like a brokerage anyhow. We had the real estate collaboration, which is our downline. So we were training and mentoring and teaching. We were doing all of that for them, and giving them leads. So we were already on the team model. We just wasn't getting any of the team leader benefits from it besides rev share. So we were already doing it.
Did you translate your downline into a team?
Well, a lot of people from my downline, they did start on the team with us.
Okay.
But I have a downline of like 255 agents right now. But back when we started the team, we were probably at about 110. And I think we started with 8 people.
Cool. Before Terry, I see you boiling. I want you to go last on this question. Kenny.
Yeah, I'd say whether you want to decide you want to start a team or not. So I'm proud to say that out of the maybe 840 team members we have had over since we joined EXP come and go, none of them there's one time one person left to start a team that only lasted for like a month, but outside that, no one has left a team to start another team because they see how difficult it is. And then a quick way an easy way at EXP to know if you should become a team leader or you even want to is just sign up to become a certified mentor. EXP will assign you many agents to work with. And the funny part on our team, with the 80% failure rate, our team members that are certified mentors. Actually, you're required to be a certified mentor to become a mentor on our team. Have experience working with unmotivated people. So I think that puts a reality check of whether they even want to consider something like that. Because recruiting is probably the hardest part, right? Like, because you need to be able to sustain the team to even get people to come on the team. Now we're EXP's feeding you people to mentor. And then also we naturally recruit people, we'll have them be assigned to a mentor. And they can get these people where we already did have the job to be motivated. On top of all the resources and coaching and the systems and tools and onboarding and training and leads we have, if you're just doing the mentoring part and you can't be successful at that, that really discourages you from becoming a team leader because you have to take on all that. So on our team Fast, we just go by Fast Real Estate. We run it more like a brokerage. People work like probably a quarter of the agents work with other agents on the team. Almost nobody is no two partners are exclusive on our team. People work pretty fluid with each other. So because of that, no one has needed to lead the team to start a team. Then it's all about money and splits and all that. And we have a scaling compensation model that makes sense and makes us competitive with other brokerages. So you could essentially build your team or not even have a team, but run like a team on our company. We have full-time video editors, we have full-time marketing assistants, VA. If you need a showing help, we have an entire Slack channel for showing requests. People are usually paying $50 a door. If you have a lead coming in from a lead source you need someone to partner with, well, it's a channel for that too. So essentially, you're looking at the Keller Williams book, level 1-7. You pop into our company, you are like level 5 already. So the new agents have all the training and stuff, and then the senior agents, the experienced agents can leverage all the newer agents that we're building up. So you don't need to go start a team. In fact, you're gonna lose a lot of money and time starting a team versus staying inside of our company in our network to build what you want to build, which is
Gotcha.
essentially what EXP gave me and us the platform to do also, like at scale.
Thank you. Terry, your take.
I love all of the answers because they're all so true. But in addition, you really have to have a passion to want to help other people grow. It truly has to be beyond yourself, right? You're really ready to step into leadership because you have a desire to help other agents. And then your leadership, it will multiply the impact when you're coming from that place of servitude of others. And then you want to, like everybody said, you want to make sure you have repeatable systems, repeatable leads coming in, a way for client management, a proven system, proven marketing that consistently produces results, a solid blueprint. Because if you start a team without a system, what you are doing is creating a community of chaos. So you have to have a solid blueprint that works, right? And then from there, coupled with the desire to truly pour into people, to want the most for other people, to want people to succeed, that is really when it's time to start a team, right? Because if you're not prepared to be a giver of somebody else's success, you're going to have some challenges because every agent, they don't come with instructions when they join you in leadership. So you're going to go through emotional highs and lows with people. You're going to be a part of them sharing their deepest, darkest fears with you in business. You're going to have patience because if you're onboarding new agents, they may call and ask you what their email address is, and you've got to have a lot of patience to deal with different levels. So that would be my answer, and I'm sticking with it.
Thank you. So real quick, while we have 7 minutes, rapid fire questions. So don't think too hard. Give me 1 second. Let me get them up. So starting with Kenny, one word that describes your leadership style. One word.
Direct.
Elias,
Connected.
Terry,
Compassionate.
LaShawn,
Loving.
Tawana.
Servant.
All right. Coffee meeting or team huddle? Tawana,
Coffee meeting.
LaShawn,
Team huddle.
Kenny,
Team huddle.
Elias.
Virtual or like, is the team huddle virtual or is it in person?
You too.
Virtual.
Virtual
Team
team huddle.
Virtual team huddle.
I like it. Terry.
Yeah. Team huddle for sure for me.
Terry, lead from the front or empower from behind?
I'm always empowering from behind. It's a big part of who I am and where I'm going in life.
Kenny,
Front.
Elias,
Set an example from the front.
LaShawn,
Power from behind.
Tawana,
She in the back. I gotta be in the front, baby.
Oh, I love it. Love it.
Front.
I love it. Tawana, hard work or smart systems?
Ooh, smart systems.
LaShawn,
Smart systems.
Elias,
Smart systems.
Kenny,
That's just some.
Terry.
Ooh, that's a hard one, you guys. That is so hard, but as an individual, you can work hard, but building a team, you need some smart systems.
Right.
Last one. Think about this, everyone. If your team had a motto, what would it be?
You said a motto?
A motto, yes.
We have one. Be you,
Yeah.
but fast.
Be you but fast. Love it. Go at your own will.
The Gurus, your real estate ally for life.
Learn, earn, celebrate. That's what we do. If you follow
Earn,
me,
earn,
you know.
celebrate.
Learn, earn, celebrate.
And Kenny's is the same as Elias. Okay, cool. Anything from anyone else? I really appreciate y'all for your time and for coming on here. Any
Really
closing
quick.
remarks for our listeners?
Tawana and LaShawn, what day are you guys hitting the stage? Are you guys main stage EXPCon? Tell us about your session. When is that happening?
You will see us Tuesday on main stage.
Tuesday on main stage. All right. And then you'll see me main stage on Wednesday at 9:17. So would love to see if you guys are going to be there. I'll be there in the room supporting you guys, and we're looking forward to doing our thing and spreading the good gospel of this company.
I cannot
Thank you.
see everyone. I'm on pins and needles.
For
I'm
everyone,
super excited. It feels like a family reunion at EXPCon. So I'm super excited to see all my real estate cousins. I have not 1, 2, 3, but 5 of the agents in my organization will grace the stage. So I'm super excited about
That's
that.
what I'm talking about. One of our agents will be on the stage too. Cortez, he's on here. Cortez is leading the session as well. So
shout out to Cortez. He's the one that linked us up. But as
that's
far
right.
as too fast.
And Kenny, are you talking about AI as well? You're on a panel for AI?
I'm on the team profitability on Wednesday morning, I think at 11. And then the AI one is a separate mastermind outside of the main event.
Perfect. So if you see us, come up, introduce yourself. Let's say hi. Let's network. Let's mingle. Really grateful, Benny, for you having us here. It means the world to us.
Yeah.
Thank
Hey,
you. And
Benny.
yes,
Thank you, Benny.
y'all drop your Instagrams or however someone can reach you there. Everyone that's on the call, they're very welcoming, and don't be afraid to reach out to them.
Yeah, I dropped mine a little bit earlier. It's just my name, really easy to find. Well, thank you guys. Have an amazing.
Thank you,
amazing
everyone.
day.
Have a good day. Have a great rest of your week. EXPCon next week. We have the yacht party coming up. Go to Black EXP Network to see more about that. And that's it.
Let's roll. Let's roll. Bye, you guys.
Bye.
No.